Central African time, and we're coming to you live from Johannesburg in South Africa. The Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, in collaboration with the South African Heritage Resources Agency, is holding a media briefing today at the Freedom Park in Pretoria. The briefing will provide an update on the second phase of the 2026-2027 Repatriation and Restitution of Human Remains and Heritage Objects, a plan, with Angola serving as the immediate focus under the Resistance and Liberation Heritage Route Program. And to help us shed more light on this, we are joined on the line by Channel Africa's reporter, Micheal Mbewe. Michael, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Africa Update.
Good afternoon, Lulu, and to our listeners elsewhere.
Michael, just what are the key objectives of the second phase of the 2026-2027 Repatriation and Restitution of Human Remains and Heritage Objects plan? Just take us through that, and how long of a process is it going to be?
Well, indeed, Lulu, we just came out of that briefing a while ago. At the moment, whoever graced this moment having some lunch. So the repatriation program gives effect to the Memorandum of Understanding, which was signed by the governments of South Africa and Angola in December 2024 under the Roads to Independence African Liberation Heritage Program. It is aimed at tracing, recovering, and retaining the remains of South Africans who never made it home after sacrificing their lives for the country's freedom. So a key outcome of this briefing was a public call to the families whose relatives died or disappeared in Angola to come forward and register with the SAHRA, Family Participation.
Michael, are you there? All right, we seem to have lost that connection to Micheal Mbewe, who is our reporter. And he was just unpacking for us exactly what the briefing was about with regards to the Repatriation and Restitution of Human Remains and Heritage Objects plan. This was signed between South Africa and Angola. Michael, you are back on the line. Thank you again for joining us. Just continue where you left off, where the signing of this happened in December 2024. Families have been called, publicly using different platforms to sign up for this if a member of their family was missing or was based in Angola at any point in time during the struggle.
Indeed, quite a complex process indeed. So after signing that, it is aimed at tracing, recovering and retaining the remains of South Africans who never made it home after sacrificing their lives for the country's freedom. So a key outcome of the briefing was, we say, to call the families to come and participate in a crucial, in the critical phase.
All right, Michael, we seem to be missing a lot of what Michael is saying. And I think it's mainly about a network issue there. And, we've seen some of these restitutions taking place and repatriation and restitution of human remains and heritage objects, the recovery of it. Michael, is he back on the line? Okay.
Yes,
Michael?
yes.
All right, continue where you left off.
Sorry for that. I think we are not in control of that, but it's a beautiful story, as I was saying, that so the recovery teams will continue to navigate mine-affected areas, unmarked burial sites, and decades of environmental change, which is making the identification and recovery of remains a complex forensic process. So in some cases, despite exhaustive efforts, physical remains may never be found. That's what they have said. So in instances where physical remains cannot be recovered, government will facilitate spiritual repatriation in consultation with affected.
All right, where Michael left off, a spiritual recovery of remains that are not found in consultation with the families of those individuals who are not found. But it is something that has been happening for some time in terms of this repatriation and restitution, especially with families of struggle icons and those who were underground during the struggle period. And Michael, that was Micheal Mbewe, our Channel Africa reporter, giving us an update of what is now to take place in Angola. And there are a number of countries we've seen in previous times. Botswana has been through this process, and I think Swaziland and other countries, Zambia, Zimbabwe. So a lot is still to happen, and I'm sure we will be getting further updates on this. It is 15 after 12 Central African time, and we're coming to you live from Johannesburg in South Africa.
Channel Africa is evolving, and so are you.